Leo, hi, welcome to your June 2025 reading. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Leo. Crosswatchers, you are welcome here. If you are interested in a Leo, please try to remember that this is for the collective. So all readings will not resonate with every single Leo and Crosswatcher out there. So please check your other placements and other Leo readings on this channel, okay? Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa, so please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit in your specific situation. Again, don't cause confusion. Just check your other placements, other readings, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for somebody else. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a high vibrational comment. I love to hear from you, and it helps my channel out greatly. Okay, all of that being said, Leo, let's get right into this and see what June has in store for you. We're going to see what's coming in, what's going out, what's hanging about, what energies should go, that kind of thing. All right, so we will get some messages from Spirit Guide. We'll pull some tarot. And then we'll close it off with the Dark Mirror Oracle deck and see what is in store. Okay? So let's get to for Leo, please. What is going on with my lovely Leos? All right, here we go. Okay, new life. Okay, new things coming in here. Flexible. Blessed. All right. So you got some good energies coming around for next month. Okay. Unfinished symphony. So there is some unfinished business here, okay? Tick-tock. Time is of the essence here, okay? There's one more in here. What's the one message, Spirit? Thank you. Time to go. All right. All right. So some of you, there's things that time is of the essence. Tick-tock. Now or never. Time to go. Do what you need to do. Finish up that unfinished business. Be a little flexible about it if you can. But being a Leo, being a fixed sign, there's not a lot of flexibility here. So yeah, definitely some things that are kind of shifting to where things have to kind of, you know, it's time to go. It's time to move. It's time to make whatever pivotal decisions that you need to make here. Okay. We'll get some cosmic insight for you. What else for Leo for June, please? Okay. Gambling. Problems with addiction or gambling. Bad finances. Narcissist. Someone is too full of themselves. Intimacy, sexual chemistry, and reminiscing. Okay. Bottom of the deck is give it time. Okay, so everything in divine timing. Let things flow. All right. We'll get some messages from your spirit guides and see what they want you to know for June. what maybe you should focus on here a little bit. All right, Leo. Ooh. All right. Endurance is the key to success. All is well. Speak your truth with passion. Leo, even if people can't understand it, don't like it, want to be big mad about it, butthurt about it, speak your truth with that passion. Everyone isn't for you, okay? Everyone doesn't understand. Everyone can't handle Leo's energy, okay? Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. So there's going to be messages. You're going to be guiding some people here this month, okay? Now, this is in no way, shape, or form a love reading, but we like to pull a romance angel just to kind of see what your current situation is kind of looking like. All right. For Leo. Show me their connection, please. Oh, okie dokie. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. Some of you who've been holding back due to whatever reason, you're allowed to hold back your energy. You're allowed to, hold certain things off. If you think you're dealing with a narcissist or there's intimacy issues, yeah, you're going to pull some of those things back, okay? Or if there's addictions that are kind of floating around, you're going to pull some of that back. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you're not going to give so freely of yourself for people to continue to be narcissists, continue to have problems, and continue for the intimacy to be lacking. Doesn't mean you don't care. Baby, you're just doing things a little different. And if they don't like it, they better wake up. All right, we'll get some tea and see what else is going on. One more. All right. For Leo for the month of June 2025, please. Okay. Page of Cups is out, and that is water and earth energy. The 8 of Wands, Sagittarius. The Queen of Cups, Cancer and Gemini. The Queen of Wands in reverse. And that is Pisces and Aries energy. The 8 of Cups, Pisces energy. The Sun in reverse, Leo energy. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Pentacles. So there is lessons being learned here. And you are kind of learning the lesson, okay? You ain't trying to twist hairs on this, okay? Bottom of that is the 6 of Cups. So there is, underneath the surface, there is a soul connection here that is kind of tied up to you. Could be a twin flame kind of situation as well. But there's been some sort of pause put here, okay? And the 2 of Cups. Look, Leo, this most certainly is some kind of learning lessons within this soulmate connection, twin flame connection, partnership, love connection here. But there's been a pause put. Okay. Now, why that pause has been put, I don't know. It's going to be different for every single one of you. But the karmic lessons that were meant to be had here were not for you. They were your person's lessons and you interfered, which made some of that karma kind of drip off onto you. Okay. But from what I see here, there is love here. There is quite a bit of love here. Okay. And it's just lost its way somewhere. So June is probably going to feel like it's quite bumpy here. Because you know that there's that deep bond, that deep connection, that deep love, an unconditional love here. All right. So there is an apology that is going to be given out here at some way, shape, or form. And it's going to be heartfelt, and it's going to probably be, a very creative apology here for whatever. And it's going to come in quite quickly with some speed on it, with, having the rapid action to follow it up that, yes, I'm sorry. We need to do things a certain kind of way. We are manifesting change here, and it needs to happen quickly. Quick decisions are going to be made here. And it's going to be done in a way that there is compassion that is there, and there's going to be comfort and calmness. And that nurturing feeling is going to come out. Whoever is more of the nurturer, who can bring the calm in, you're going to step up your game, whether this is you or your person. Whoever puts the calm into the other person, that is your cue. You are going to step up, and you are going to nurture, and you are going to do the healing that you were put in this person's life to do. Once things are understood here, and once things get emotionally stable, it's going to be the way that it is. But with that Queen of Wands in reverse here, there is a feeling of lack of respect here, from other people, from this person. And it's kind of causing a level of distaste, a level of not wanting to kind of do anything, talk about anything, have anything moving. But you are very aware that there is disappointments here, okay, with this Eight of Cups. There is disappointment here. There is feelings of abandonment here. Withdraw. Someone is pulling back their energy just to escape, just to be able to walk themselves away from certain things that are no longer holding any kind of need, being past addictions, disappointments, all these things that you're holding on to you're going to walk away from it. You're leaving it behind because it is contributing to this unhappy feeling. And this unhappiness is a mirrored energy between you and whoever this person is. This most certainly for you, Leo, is your emotions, your feelings. You know everything that is going on. You know that there is love. You know that there is deep bonds here and deep commitment here. And it's unconditional, okay? But there's lack of drive. There's lack of movement, lack to figure it out. And there's things that need to be healed up with this Sun in reverse. So inner child, feelings from the past that need to kind of be healed, and just feeling let down by the situation. Letting a little negative talk come in. And then maybe a little depression, a little dark night of the soul, sadness, carelessness, arrogance of the situation. Like, I just ain't going to do this because when I cared, you didn't. When I wanted to talk, you didn't. And now that you do, I don't. It's kind of that back and forth. Like, you both say the same thing, but it's never really, at the same time kind of thing, right? All right. All right, we're going to start over here in the overall energy because there's quite a bit there, messages that needed to be said. Okay, clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that Queen of Wands energy again, but in the upright position. Yeah, Leo, you're dealing with this with like a boss. Like no matter how you cut it, no matter how the lessons are coming in, no matter how hard the lessons are for you to hear, understand, read, you're dealing with the boss and you're dealing it the way you're supposed to. You're taking it as unfinished business that needs to be dealt with. And there is a fire in your step to learn these lessons so that you don't have to deal with this ever again. Because if you do, this Eight of Cups is going to be negative and you're just going to walk. Okay, right now, you're still in it, leaving the things behind that are no longer serving this connection, this intimacy, this it's okay to love this person. It's okay for them to love you. You're dealing, okay? Clarify the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Cups, please. We'll just clarify the three of them together. Two of Swords. Yeah, there's confusion here. There is a decision that needs to be made because of the disappointments that have kind of been had here. You know, in the stagnant energy, in the lack of moving things forward here. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there is that need and that want to have perfect balance, to make the decision to have things be equal and fair, and not always feeling like you're strung along in the situation and not feeling like other people are getting your time or that you're being picked over here. Clarify the Hangman, please, and the overall energy. What does this pause have to do with here? The full Aquarius energy. Yeah, this pause is pending the decisions that are made here. What's going to be done when the confusion is cleared, when the disappointments have been dealt with and talked about and discussed, there is that new start. That new start has been put on pause right now. That taking a risk blindly is not going to happen because there's confusion here. All right. Let's see. Page of Cups, please. The Devil. So that apology that comes through, Capricorn energy, might be just as toxic and the apology isn't coming for the right reasons here. Okay, there's obsessions, addictions, dark behavior. We're talking shadow work kind of issues here. It's like that cloud is always hanging over. Eight of Wands, please. So you're most certainly going to be weary of that apology. The Ten of Cups. This is your happy ever after here, Leo. This is emotionally fulfilled. You're going to get that news and it's going to come in quick. You're going to get that news. So this leads me to believe that some of you are actually going to sit down and figure this out without anger, without being mad, without yelling, without arguing about it. You're going to actually sit down and be able to listen to each other, to understand, not to react. This is your happy ever after. This connection, this person, whoever it is your happy ever after. And there is unconditional love here. Queen of Cups. Thank you. The 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, again, to go with that devil here. There is that level of anxiety and depression and sadness and all that. But on this card, on the Queen of Cups, it's on its way out. It's almost like a decision has been made. A decision is going to be made in June, and it is going to lift a lot of the overthinking, the sleepless nights, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to move this forward. Going to let the things that should show through, which is the unconditional love, that soulmate connection, that twin flame energy, all of those things to allow it to come to the surface to gain your blessings here. Like I said, time is of the essence. TikTok, get the shit fixed, or it is time to go. One of the two. Either you sit down and you get it dealt with, or it's time to go. It's time to just keep it pushing. Queen of Wands in reverse. But it's that lack of respect that comes through, Leo, that you have a really hard time with. The 8 of Swords, yeah. You have yourself self-restricted here. You have yourself imprisoned by what the things that this person has said, done, not done, whatever the case is. And I'm taking that as the hurt has just kind of encased you, and it is hard for you to break free. So it is hard for you to see the bigger picture, okay? You can't see the bigger picture, so it makes it a bit of a struggle for you. And that's why you pull that energy back. The disappointments became too much. The empty promises for you, Leo, became too much. So you pulled that energy back. You got tired of being treated a certain way because they didn't see the damage that they were doing here. 8 of Cups, please. Yep. 10 of Swords. There is an ending to certain things here. The disappointments, the feeling of being abandoned by the situation, the withdrawing of the emotional aspect, withdrawing your feelings so that they feel like you just don't care at all, which is not the case because we see here, Leo, that you care quite a bit. But with that fear and the way things were done, you pulled that back. You're going to end that. Let's get one more on that and see what happens when you... Yeah, you're wounded. The wounded warrior here, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, baby, you put your walls up so high that even you can't see because you're trying to protect yourself here. Because the person that is meant to be in your life, that is supposed to be in your life, wasn't protecting you. And it was difficult, and it is a struggle for you. The 10 of Pentacles. This is long term. So you have happy ever after, long term. This all represents love, stability, family, growth, wealth, building something here. There's 2 10s out here. There's cycles. Oh, there's 3 10s. You have, okay, look for synchronicities, Leo. 10, 10, and 10. You have hard cycles that are closing out. 3 of them, okay? Handle that business. Because once you close these cycles out and you have things... Now, don't get it twisted. It's not the 10 of Cups that is the closing out. It is just the numeral number 10. Those are closing out cycles. You're about to start over again with the full kind of thing. So you are gearing up to have that new life and be blessed because things are being... the things that need to be finished are going to be finished. Okay? Tell me about this Sun in reverse, please. Eight of Wands. Again, there's going to be that speedy, the 4 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there is... Again, this is just showing that there is a pause again. So this could be getting that information coming in on what it is. And like I said, it's going to be bumpy. It's going to be bumpy here. But the Star is there. The 6 of Swords. the Chariot. So there are things that you have to go through right now in order for you to find the hope again, enabling yourself to move you and this person away from whatever this is. And it's good because you have the determination to do it. You have the determination to move yourself away, and you're about to go on healing journeys and quests here, like, that need to be gone on. But the chaos and the conflict, you're moving away from it. Why? Because flexibility is going to come in here for you, baby. One, if not both of you, are going to learn how to be flexible. All right. So we are going to do the dark mirror. Okay. And these can be a little bit the darker side, the darker side of you, your, shadow side. We all have them. We have a light and a dark side. So we're just going to see. Some of the words might not be said because it's not a very, I don't want to get in trouble with TOS. So, all right. Spirit, this is for Leo for June 2025, please. Oh. All right, so downcast pride here. Let me see. All right, here we go. Let's get some more information for you. Survival is a direct consequence of adapting, okay? What we call adapting is not the result of, I can't read that. Okay, of change, okay? A change in a situation or of oneself, okay? But rather a mockery of it. As we strip day by day of our dignity in order to avoid conflict with a world that would spread us apart. However, can we endure this? Okay, quite honestly, some can't. It's very difficult. Maybe through the power of responsibility or through a hidden core of identity. Sometimes we don't use the best part of us, but rather we draw from the ugliest. We survive and bend our knees because we draw out from our laziness. Fear and disgust. We let our deepest roots go dry, replaced by what we can only be called a surge of lack of self-esteem. Okay? So you're dealing with certain emotions and feelings here. I'm not going to read all that because it gets pretty, like I said, a lot of this feeling comes from the lack of respect that you are getting from the person that you care about the most, that you have this deep bond with. So it is making you feel things within yourself that, Leo, you have never felt before. So there again is the reason for pulling that energy back. Okay? It's going to be a month. But if anyone can get through it, Leo, it's going to be you. All right, my darlings, I'm going to have to look into this deck a little bit more to see if it's even YouTube friendly. But yeah, we'll figure it out. And at the end of it, you will be okay. All is well, remember? All right, Leo, that is what I have for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.